Namaskaram. Welcome. Recently, I made a short reel for YouTube. It's called Shorts, about the importance of honoring our parents. And I know it can be a controversial topic in today's world where there's such a push for going no contact with your parents or family members because of conflict or unresolved karmas with the family. And I find this topic to be intriguing and really important for our overall well-being and our spiritual evolution. So I want to offer you some perspectives from the Vedic and Tantric lens. So our pitrus, our ancestors, our families deeply impact our emotional health, our spiritual growth, and even our destiny. And there's a whole section of the Shastras and the Vedas that offer a practice known as pitru yagna, and that is the honoring of parents and ancestors. In today's Kali Yuga, we often celebrate youth, independence, individuality. It's happening even in the East, even in India. But we want to understand that none of us arrived here on our own. It's a very powerful recognition that, all that we are is a collection of our samskaras, our karmas, our family lineage of this lifetime. And we are also the continuation of this ancient stream of consciousness stretching back thousands of years, if not the beginning of time. And whether our relationships with our parents are harmonious, painful, complicated, or distant, our parents and our ancestors are the real doorway through which we entered this world. And that doorway must be honored. So let's explore it. The Taittiriya Upanishad gives us some of the most powerful instructions in all of the spiritual literature, and this one's my most favorite. Matru devo bhava, pitru devo bhava. Let mother be God and let father be God. And this is not metaphysical or metaphorical, because our parents are not like God. They truly are our very first visible manifestation of the divine in this life. Your mother is the form of Shakti, and your father is the form of Shiva. And you can say that they are your first temple, your first blessing. They are the karmic doorway through which you entered this incarnation. Just ponder on that, how powerful it is, how karmic it is, how divine it is, and how it is everything. So the Dharma Shastras are clear and uncompromising in saying that the mother and father are the visible gods, and one who serves one's parents practices the highest form of tapas. Tapas is your spiritual fire, and there is no relationship that is easy. And a parent-child relationship is not easy, and it was not meant to be easy, because our parents grow through their children, through us, and we grow through our children. The Shastras also say that there is no duty higher than the care of one's parents. And ask yourself, where do you stand on this scale of dharma? And many of these Shastras state that caring for our parents is higher than any spiritual pilgrimage, higher than any charity or ritual, and even higher than studying any sacred texts. Meditation, any spiritual thing you're doing. Because honoring our parents aligns us with the root of our dharma. And when the root is aligned, the entire structure of life becomes stable. And the Dharma Shastras declare that every human being is born with 3 debts. Debts, D-E-B-T-S, that we need to pay in each lifetime. Debts to the rishis, the learned sages, through our spiritual studies. Debt to the devas, to the divine, through our spiritual practices. And debt to our ancestors, the pitris, pitri runa, which is repaid only by honoring parents, caring for our elders, and continuing the lineage. And failing in this, for whatever reason, is described as a fall from dharma. But fulfilling these dharmic tasks opens the flow of blessings and prosperity, emotional stability, and really beautiful harmony with our families. The mother exceeds 1,000 teachers. She holds the life of the child within her. And one who neglects aging parents commits a grave sin. The message is very clear for us. Our dharma begins at home. And real spirituality is not escaping our families, our family dramas, our family karmas. Real spirituality is being responsible, being grateful, being willing to serve and to be humble and to honor the lineage that gave us life. So we'll take a small little shift here in using the tantric lens to have a little bit of energetic and psychological understanding. We can see our parents as the very first manifestation of Shiva Shakti in our lives. Whether they were loving or difficult, their energy, their consciousness is woven into your subtle body, whether you like it or not. We can't do anything about this. And it is what each of our souls chose in our parents, in our karmas, in our prarabdha. So being repulsed by them, pushing them away, disrespecting them, and never seeing them again ever or talking to them is adharmic. So this ancestral line lives inside the Mooladhara chakra. Our root chakra holds family memory. It holds our lineage trauma, our emotional imprints, our survival patterns, and our inherited strengths and weaknesses. If there is disharmony with the parents, the root chakra becomes unstable. And as we know, this impacts everything in our lives: our money, our marriage, our health, our mental stability, and definitely our spiritual growth. Our ancestors influence the flow of prana. So you can say that the lineage is like a nadi. It's a subtle channel carrying ancestral prana. And when our ancestors are honored, this channel opens and becomes a river of blessings. And when they are ignored, the flow becomes stagnant. Every year in the fall season, we have in India a beautiful festival to honor the ancestors called Pitru Paksha. It's a 2-week period during which we invite all of our pitrus and pitris to come and receive our love and acknowledgement, and us declaring to them that we will finish what remains unfinished in our lineage on a karmic level. And we make different offerings to them that allows them to move to the higher realms. And so they're freed from holding on to any karma here on our behalf. So when we heal our relationship with our parents, we're healing our own inner Shiva Shakti. So if you reject your father, you can say that you're weakening your inner masculine, your feeling of your sense of structure and support and clarity and confidence. And if we reject our mother, we weaken our inner feminine. We dry up that feeling of nurturance, intuition, creativity, and even love. We know that honoring our parents is not about perfection, but it is about an energetic integration. Many people suffer deeply from emotional conflicts with their parents, unresolved childhood wounds, sibling disharmony, ancestral trauma, and inherited fears and coping patterns. Can these big issues be healed? They can be. They can be healed through mantra, ritual offerings, honoring gestures, yagnas, consistent pujas, forgiveness practices, and an internal reconciliation. If your father has passed, your mother has passed, you do the inner work of healing your karma with them. And doing pitri yagnas, Vedic fire rituals, fire ceremonies that are done in India on our behalf. And in almost all of the native traditions around the world, ancestor veneration is understood as the healing of the family soul. So if you're feeling today like you need to do something about your family, you can honor them both formally and informally. So formal practices include tarpana, which is a practice of making offerings, especially offering water and black sesame seeds. Shraddha, offerings that we make during the new moon. Pitru Paksha rituals, which I mentioned earlier, and something as simple as lighting a lamp for your ancestors every evening, thinking of them, blessing them, thanking them, offering your gratitude to them. And informal practices, and in many ways these are most important, informal practices such as maintaining a good name for your family through your own behavior, how you conduct yourself, and caring for your elders, living with personal integrity, preserving cultural and spiritual and even other traditions of your family, food, how you celebrate festivals, things like that, and doing your own healing work to clean the lineage line. And sending gratitude energetically, speaking lovingly about your parents, and blessing your ancestors. And even the simplest gestures matter. Lighting a candle, which is not from the Vedic tradition at all. We light lamps, but if you don't have lamps, then you light a candle for your ancestors, can have a tremendous power on the level of the subtle realms. And now we come to our ultimate lineage, the lineage of Divine Mother, Devi, the mother of all ancestors, all beings, all worlds, Śrī Mātre Namaḥ. And know that when you honor your parents and your ancestors, you honor her. And when you heal your lineage, You clear the path to receive her grace, and we can all use more grace. And when we reconcile emotionally with our parents, even if it's internally within ourselves, even if the relationship is complicated, you align yourself with your dharma and your cosmic flow. You return to your own root. When your root is healed, every other part of your life begins to blossom. So I do want to address the fact that we live in Kali Yuga, the most transformational era, where there is so much darkness, so much ignorance, so much pain and sorrow, that many, many people are deeply hurt, abused sexually, physically, emotionally by their parents. And parents also abuse their children. And in sharing this video, I am no way condoning any form of abuse. And truth is the ultimate witness to what is dharmic and what is adharmic. We have justice here on this earth in the form of laws that we must all follow. And for one who knows how to treat a human being that was born of their own blood and flesh, laws are not needed, but some people don't know it. So for them, we have laws. And then we have laws that are beyond human laws, laws of karma, laws of this universe. And we are all held accountable by that law, divine justice. And then if we go down the rabbit hole a little bit more, we all have soul contracts through our karmic structures, our prarabdha karmas, with our family members. And we're all teachers and students to one another. So I'm not condoning abuse of any kind. That's not what this video is about. Where there is abuse, we must never hide it. We must never condone it. We must involve the law if needed. But when we're not in those situations, we must remember that our parents are not our obstacles on our path. In fact, how we handle our relationships with our parents is our path. In a way, they are the ancestral river, the karmic doorway, the masculine and feminine forces within us. And they are also the carriers of our early samskaras. And they are the transmitters of our prana. So we need to honor them. We need to serve them. We do need to pray for them and help them in every way possible. And we must heal the relationship within our own hearts in regards to all that our parents didn't give us, couldn't give us, didn't know how to give to us. And as we heal that, we begin to uplift the lineage that gave us birth, this body, this skin, this voice, this face. So I encourage you to take a few moments to journal your thoughts, your views, your feelings that are coming up for you around this very important topic. And may the blessing of your ancestors flow through you always. Śrī Mātre Namaḥ. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Shri Guru Bhyo Namaha. Thank you so much for being here.